There are so many interesting places on our planet. And it's great now, due to the large technological step, we can take a glimpse at them while staying right at home. What I mean is the invention of Google Earth, the program that uses satellite images and allows us to see any corner on Earth in 3D. Well, almost any corner. There are a number of places that are considered classified, and we can't see them even in Google Earth. From Gazprom CEO'S house to Baker Lake, we will show you 10 secret places that Google Earth hiding from us. 10. Valencia City, Philippines. Valencia City is a city located in the province of Bukidnon in the Philippines that is populated by over 190,000 people. It's one of the largest and most populated cities in the province and even has several tourist destination sites. But if you want to find it on Google Earth, even if you are just a tourist, you won't be able to do so. The whole city is blurred out. Supposedly it was done because Valencia City is their governmental headquarters, where it's used for the testing of missiles and working on defense programs. If that's true, I can understand why they blur the entire city out on Google Earth. They are for security reasons, of course. 9. Siberian Tundra, Russia. If you take a look at the Siberian Tundra in Google Earth, you'll find a very strange spot or blur covering the area. Some random territory is completely blurred out and no one even knows why. The tundra is located near the city of Ekvekinot, right next to the Bering Strait and the border to Alaska. In 1986, the Russian government closed a number of cities and towns with a general population of over 1 million people. These cities received very mysterious names, such as Tomsk 7, Krasnoyarsk 26, and so on. We still don't know what Russians were doing with these closed cities, but we can assume that those could be nuclear testing areas, radar stations, or something similar. So it's also possible that this mysterious site in the Siberian tundra is one of these closed cities that still hasn't been opened. If this assumption is correct, God only knows what's going on there. 8. Chukotka Autonomous Okrug, Siberia. Another secret site in Russia is also located in Siberia. Don't be too surprised about this. Siberia is a vast area over 5 million square miles, populated by 36 million people. The Chukotka Autonomous Okrug is part of Siberia located in the Far East region of Russia. It's the least densely populated area of the country, which makes it quite a good place for keeping secrets, isn't it? It's interesting that the fake satellite images was placed over the blurring of this area. Perhaps someone wanted to fool people and make them believe that there was nothing worth seeing in there, but in fact, it creates even more suspicions. What are they hiding in there? Is it another testing facility or what? 7. Moruroa, French Polynesia. Moruroa is an uninhabited atoll in French Polynesia. It's located in southern Pacific Ocean, southeast of Tahiti. If you look at it on Google Earth, you'll see that some of the islands are slightly visible, but others are completely blurred out. We can't say exactly why the atoll is hidden from the sight of a Google Earth user, but there is a version that seems to be the most evident. Between 1966 and 1996, Moruroa was a nuclear testing site for France. It's not known exactly how many tests were implemented there, but various reports claim that there were around 175 to 181 tests. I mean, it's not even necessary to know the exact number, but it's still wild to think about. Due to a number of protests worldwide, the tests were stopped and the ecosystem of the atoll is currently being monitored. 6. Baker Lake, Nunavut, Canada. In this image, you can see a black strip that's covering a large area near Baker Lake. It's a very common area, at least at first sight, so it seems to be strange that Google Earth doesn't want us to see what's located behind this strip. I mean, what's so special about it? We don't know for sure, but it's rumored by conspiracy theorists that the strip is concealing extraterrestrial beacons that were placed there in order to facilitate navigation of spaceships. They also say that this area is perfect for the beacons, since snow creates a powerful electromagnetic field that helps send a better signal. Now, the question is, Do you believe it? If not, what's your theory? Why is this place hidden? 5. HAARP site, Gacona, Alaska, USA. HAARP stands for the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. It's funded by the US Navy and US Air Force. This program itself aims to analyze the ionosphere and study the ways to improve radio communication and surveillance technologies. If you think that these guys are doing good things, conspiracy theorists will say that you are wrong. They think that the HAARP is responsible for weaponizing weather and triggering floods, earthquakes, droughts, and other unwanted natural disasters. Most likely, part of the reason similar theories appear is what HAARP sites are highly classified and makes people think, what do they hide from us? Of course, the HAARP staff deny these allegations. 4. Elmira Correctional Facility, New York. Elmira Correctional Facility in New York is a maximum security state prison that exists since 1876. It has always been a special place for prisoners. In the past, inmates didn't even know how long their sentences were, as they were released as soon as the staff decided that they were ready to come back to society again. Nowadays it's different, but the facility still remains rather special. Some people might think that it's suspicious that the facility was blurred out in Google Earth, but hey, let's reflect on it. It's a prison that detains dangerous criminals. Does the staff want someone to use Google Earth to plan a helicopter-led prison break? I don't think so. So having the entire correctional facility hidden must have been a good idea. 3. Gazprom CEO'S house, Russia. What you see in this image is supposed to be the house of Gazprom CEO Alexei Miller in Moscow area, Russia. It appears to be blurred on Google Earth for a very simple reason. Miller asked Google to blur it for him. Actually, it turns out that anyone can do it. But not everyone will, because what do you have to hide? I mean, why would you blur your house on Google Earth if you aren't afraid that someone will see something they are not supposed to see? But Miller is a millionaire and one of the richest people in Russia, so perhaps he did it for his own safety, or maybe he wants to conceal something. Like, what if he likes to sunbathe naked and doesn't want anyone to see it? But I think that if this is the case, no one will want to see it. 2. Babylon, Iraq. Babylon, Iraq is a heavily populated city, but you won't see any of it if you examine maps from Google Earth. Blurring the city out is in fact rather disrespectful, because there is much history behind the area. It used to be the ancient city of Babylon that was very powerful in the 2nd millennium BC. At some point, it turned into a vast empire that stretched over the most part of Western Asia. But like all other empires, it was eventually destroyed. Given this rich historical background, it's strange that the city remaining after the empire is hidden. Some people say that it could be somehow connected with the operations led by Saddam Hussein, but we can't tell for sure. All we know is that this historical tourist attraction site can be hiding something. 1. The Royal Palace, Amsterdam. Even Buckingham Palace can be seen on Google Earth, but the palace of the Dutch royal family in Amsterdam is hidden for specific reasons. We know that kings have their quirks and sometimes they do things others don't understand. So, is it one of such things, or is there something we don't know? It's also interesting that all the areas surrounding the palace are clearly seen, but the palace itself is heavily blurred. Why? No one knows. Perhaps it's because the royal family wants to maintain their safety and doesn't want anyone to plan an aerial attack on their house. Even though it seems to be an obvious reason, I still have one question left. It's only a safety issue, or do they have something to hide from others? We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more interesting videos. Have a nice day!